It's time for Wrestle Shoot. The beast comes out in the dead of night. Wrestle Shoot eats a Tuesday night. Rob and Chris don't pull those punches, bitch. Wrestle Shoot. Breaking it down, Wrestle Shoot. Telling the facts, Wrestle Shoot. Stories on the road, Wrestle Shoot. Like my fire and thumbtacks. No Carney ever escapes their sight. Coming at you live every Tuesday night. Hey, Wrestle Shoot. Anti-social network, Wrestle Shoot. Sticky and hot, Wrestle Shoot. Sometimes act like jerks, Wrestle Shoot. Always bringing on the guts.
Dude, fuck yeah, man. Now that is an entrance song. Love that shit. Love that shit. We have such awesome music around here. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Wrestle Shoot. I'm your host, Wild Thing Rob Wiles, joined by this sexy bitch sitting right next to me. The great and powerful, the lovely and talented, the alcoholic personified, my hetero life mate, Chris Casa fucking Nova. And of course,
is he okay?
What's happening?
This isn't the Ghosted 2-night special?
Doug, there was never been a Ghosted 2-night special.
Why's he got the knife, dude?
Why? How'd that get in my hand?
No, Doug, you're on Wrestle Shoot tonight, baby. And tonight we are going to go over our personal favorite pay-per-view main events. Doesn't have to be like the last one. Could be wherever you want, whatever promotion you want.
Pay-per-view main events.
Main events that really jumped out in your mind. Doug, I know the one that we're going to pick for our top so far, but we'll come back to that at the end.
All right.
This is kind of exciting. You know, I like this idea. But real quick, let me put over our Facebook group that we have started. Well, that we started a while ago, but then when Butcher passed, I don't know. That was kind of like his baby, his pet project, something he wanted to make happen. So I just left it in his hands. And when he passed, I just couldn't bring myself to do anything with it. And then it's almost like the ghost of Butcher is doing something with us still, because all of a sudden this notification comes out welcoming all the new members to the group. Thing is, the only people who could have done that were me and Butcher. And I didn't do it. So if anybody has an answer on who actually sent that out, that's why I asked you before we came on the air, Chris. Was it you? What? Was what me?
Maybe Doug has some insight since you and him both do Ghosted. Do you think that's some type of paranormal thing from Dave?
Hard to say. I mean, I don't know how they interact with technology like in that way, but I mean, it might be. It's all energy, so it might. I don't know. It might be possible. I mean, weird, fluky shit happens with departed loved ones, you know?
Yeah.
Where you just like, I don't know how the hell this happened, you know? And you don't have proof, but it's almost like you have to take it on faith.
Huh.
I mean, I tried to look at it. Was it a Facebook glitch? I guess it very well might have been. It might have been that glitch needed to kind of re-jumpstart the group, because we went, last time I checked it when Dave first started it, there was like 30, 40 members. And then this blitz happened, and now there's 150 members out of nowhere.
Gosh.
So I'm blitzing too. I'm starting to send out invites, and let's get this thing popular again, man. Because you know what dawned on me? The biggest reason that Butcher wanted to start this Facebook group was on the Facebook page, fans can't really interact with us. They can't post messages, etc. And he really wanted to get conversational with everybody. So fuck it, man. Let's rock with it. So check out our group, guys. Anti/social network, man. Join up, hang out with us. We'll be posting all of our content over there slowly but surely. So hell yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, good shit. Good
Oh
shit.
yeah, I love it. Love it.
I just posted the first one I've done, and that was Ghosted. So I put Ghosted up last night. I put Red Rum up today. Tomorrow I'll slap up Wrestle Shoot, and we'll just keep on rolling in that positive direction.
Red Rum.
Right on.
We got to get our buddies over there at what is it, Darkness Unveiled or something like that. I can never remember what their show. They're still Midnight Paranormal to me, damn it. They've got a different name now for their actual podcast, which is cool because they're putting out their actual hunting videos under Midnight Paranormal, and they're doing their actual live podcast under Darkness Unveiled. So fuck yeah, dude. Anyway, let's move on with our show.
But wait, before we go on the show, you remember
Yeah.
that cute little song you played yesterday on Gut Shane?
The Casanova takes it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a really nice song for you.
What? Wait, what? What's
I
happening?
know a story about a guy named Rob motherfucking Wild. That guy likes to polish
Ah.
knobs. Where does he come from? Why is he here? He loves to eat dick, but Chris likes it in the rear.
Yes, he does.
This isn't about Chris.
But what are we
Rob
talking
eats
about?
dicks.
No.
Rob eats dicks with cats on.
God.
So much dick. Too much dick. Still I wonder why does this fucking guy eat so much dick? So I asked that guy.
I'm getting hungry.
I asked him why. He said it's
Fuck
none
you.
of my business. The facts don't lie. This fucking guy.
This fucking- That's pretty. I like that too.
These fireworks.
Where does he come from? Why is he here? He loves to eat dick,
Aw.
but Chris likes it in the rear.
Now that's true.
This isn't about Chris.
No,
Rob
it
eats
shouldn't.
dicks.
Not.
Rob eats dicks with cats on. So much dick, too
Oh,
much dick,
God.
so much dick, so much dick. Still
Impressive,
I
Rob.
wonder why does this fucking guy eat so much dick?
All right, dicks. I get it. Oh, for God's sake.
So I asked that guy. I
That's
asked
some
him
Dicks R Us.
why. He said it's none of my business. The facts don't lie. This fucking guy.
Fucking guy. Okay.
All right, now we can kick it off.
That was very clever, Chris. Good for you, you mother.
Wow.
Why can't that song be about Chris? Chris taking it in the butt, I feel like, is way funnier than me actually physically ingesting penises and chewing them up, and that's so horrible.
Like all at once.
Yeah,
Well,
just the whole.
what that shows is a competition on who can consume in their own way the most dicks.
Oh, it's Chris.
No, but the song's about you though.
No, it's Chris.
Oh,
Anyway, let's move on. Chris, why don't you?
I don't know.
read
You're getting
back
grocery bagfuls of them, so I don't know.
But those weren't actually mine. That's just a drawing that somebody put in a video. See, to bust
You
my
say
nut.
drawings aren't real things.
That's what. Well, drawings are real
that
things.
looks pretty real to me.
But fuck you guys. Chris, why don't you get us started with a good main event from pro wrestling's pay-per-view history?
Oh man. Okay, well, it's really hard because I don't really have a favorite one. So I'm gonna name a couple that I like. And first one is gonna be the obvious WrestleMania 3. Okay. Hulk Hogan
Really?
and Andre.
Okay.
Wasn't a great match. I'll be honest. It wasn't very good. Andre was very limited. However, the build-up was so huge between those two, and the slam and the drama, and I mean they carried that storyline for almost a year.
A year, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was a match in the making, and people wanted to see it. So I think the match not being so good, people forgot about that. They just were all about the excitement of being there. Of course, being almost 100,000 people in that stadium or wherever it was.
93,000 people.
93,000. And the slam, everybody just got off their seats and just marked out, man, for that slam. It was great. And so it's a memorable moment for me. Being a little kid, I was 10. So seeing that was epic. So again, fast forward to myself now, not a great match, but back then I probably thought it was a great match because what did I know at 10 years old?
Doug, what do you think?
That was actually one of the ones I was going to point out, just because I saw it not too long ago, and I enjoy it. I just enjoy the history of it, and just it was kind of a big. Wasn't that like a moment where it happened before I started watching wrestling as a kid, but just historically looking at it, it's like, isn't that kind of what really got 80s Hulkamania really kind of revving up and going? Like, he really became a household name after that. Isn't that?
I don't think so. I think WrestleMania 1 was what made Hogan a household name.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he was with Mr. T. It was
Yeah.
a brand new explosion of a concept. Hogan, Piper and Orndorff were legit some of the most hated people on the fucking planet. No, I think the Hulkamania bust really busted its load at WrestleMania 1. And speaking of busting your load, that's my problem with 3. Is like Andre and Hogan was that the hottest girl in the fucking room, the hottest girl in the bar. You spend all night long chasing her. You finally get home. Then you got to get her pants off. And that's a whole nother epic buildup. And then she just lays there like a dead fucking fish, man. That's what the actual match was. It was a dead fish fuck. It was, you are hitting that as hard as you can, but you're so bored, you can't bust a nut.
Wow. Damn, do you have problems like
quite
that?
an analogy.
I didn't even realize.
I mean, but even then, like when Hogan slammed Andre, nobody's ever slammed Andre. No, that's stupid. Why would you say that? Lots of people have slammed Andre.
But the main fans didn't really know that, though. Like, they didn't really know that unless you were a smart fucking fan. And back then, there was no internet, no fucking social media. It's hard to really capture that. So no one really knew. So yeah, in essence, it was their first slam. Oh, the first time Andre got slammed, but it really wasn't.
All right, fair enough. So that's a good way to kick off. I mean, Mania 3 was fucking huge. It was epic in its own right. Like, they did Mania 2. After 1, 2 was kind of like, whoops, that one didn't really work. Let's try it again. And the 3 hit, and it was kind of big ever since.
Well,
I will say there's one match in WrestleMania 3 that I enjoyed more than the main event, and that'd have to be Jake the Snake and Honky.
Oh,
for certain.
That was a good one with Alice Cooper. Yeah.
Yes.
Was that
I'm
the
a little
reason
biased
Alice
on that
Cooper?
one. Yeah.
Right here in Detroit Rock City.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse Ventura. When Alice is, it's like Jake's snake is way bigger than the one Alice takes on stage. Like, Alice is dragging this big ass thing, and then Jesse Ventura. Well, you can tell old Alice has been hitting the weights.
Wow, you're having some camera issue. There we go. We're back. Okay. All right, Doug, why don't you pick next? Give us a great main event. Something that means something.
God.
Not the favorite one, not the all-time. We'll get to that. But
pay-per-view main event. Okay, now I'm having a hard time recalling what exactly was a main event. Was it a main event when Undertaker first won the championship?
Yeah.
That was the main event. Was it Survivor Series? Like a year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think that was the one. No, that wasn't the one we rented. There was a paper, because usually we caught the pay-per-views like later on video or whatever. Because,
right.
but there was that one year where I went to the cable company and got that little box and hooked, and you and I and that one kid who was still in high school did our thing, and we watched that. I can't remember. I think that was a Survivor Series.
I
But-
don't like how you said "did our thing." That implies sexuality.
Well, that was bad choice of words. Yes.
That was a very, very poor choice of words. I'm going to write that off to New Doug said that, not Old Doug.
Okay.
You, Doug?
But
They're
yeah,
on
yeah,
the- they're
fucking
on the
Hogan.
podium.
And it's funny, the longer or the more time passes, the more truth that comes out about that match and the infamous Hogan work about, oh, you dropped me on my head, brother. You hurt my neck, brother. And how hard Undertaker took that at Survivor Series, where he was getting his belt. It was going to be the big thing. Oh,
Right.
into the locker room, Hogan going, oh, call my wife and kids. And then Shane McMahon walks up to him and goes, no. And they just walked away. Flair walked up to him and said, no. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? Then he watched the tape and saw Hogan didn't come anywhere close to it. So the next day, which is my pick for my next favorite, was Tuesday in Texas. I really liked that match. But like,
Wow.
give it up for Undertaker for not going out there and beating the fucking fake suntan off of Hogan.
Yeah, I've heard Taker talk in quite a few interviews about that whole thing, and he was so scared. He's like, "Oh my god, I just broke the golden goose," because he had only been in the company for like a year at that point. And he's like, "Oh shit," and he was like freaked out. And
It was exactly a year. He came from Survivor Series to Survivor Series.
Wow.
yeah, and he was just like, oh my god, and then we talk. Oh well, yeah, you had me too tight, and so I couldn't have any movement and anything. Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
It
what you're
jarred my
saying.
neck, brother.
Yeah. Oh, you got me.
Photo too.
Oh, you got me. Fuck Hogan, man. I mean, Hogan is Hogan, and he's involved in some of my favorite fucking wrestling memories, but still kind of fuck you, Hogan. But if anybody else says fuck you, Hogan, to my face, I will knock you the fuck out. Unless you're a wrestler, unless you put on them boots, don't you ever fucking let me hear you say fuck Hogan.
That's right.
Anyway.
He's
moving on.
great.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Tuesday in Texas for the obvious reasons. Undertaker beat the Golden Goose. Now, we found out obviously later on in life that they only put the belt on Undertaker to promote Tuesday in Texas and then give the belt right back to fucking Hogan. But the fans didn't know that back then. They were much stronger at kayfabe. Holy shit. This guy just took the belt off Hogan a week ago. Hogan's trying to come back and get it. There's no way he's going to get it. And then, when he did, all the Hulkamaniacs went crazy, and I kicked an ottoman. I was pissed. What? The fuck? So, yeah.
Terrible.
Dude, we united on Undertaker. I mean, you were always, I was Hogan Mark, and you were Warrior and Macho Man Mark and everything.
Yeah.
And we always have our and then Undertaker came out. We both just went,
You've seen
It's like-
this fucking guy?
oh shit! Now we have the undead wrestler. Well, fuck, I am truly in my element now.
I remember right after Survivor Series, and they did all the advertisements, and we're at high school, and I'm up at the bus waiting to go off to thug school, and you're waiting to go to regular guy school. And I said, holy shit, did you see this Undertaker guy? And you're like, yeah, he's going to be somebody. Little did we know who he would end up really being.
30 fucking years in the same company. I mean, that's
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
that'll never happen again.
No.
And we used to get bitchy about like American Badass and corporate Undertaker. And why are you fucking with this guy's gimmick? But let's be honest. If he was the same trench coat, big hat, dead man walking gimmick, he never would have lasted 30 years.
No. But they had to do something with him. They couldn't stay that gimmick. And they had to compete with WCW, and they were doing all kinds of real shit, and the gimmick stuff was out. So they had to change it up for a minute.
But Undertaker, man, he was just like, I knew from day one, this guy's going to be a staple. This guy's going to be every bit the Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair to pro wrestling.
Now, for me personally, I mean, it could have just been, and this is my personal thing. Yeah, just be the dead man forever, and I'll be fucking happy as a pig in shit.
There
That's
you
just
go.
me.
Chris, what you got next for us? Give us another good one.
All right, so I went with 3. So let's pivot a little bit here. I'm gonna go with the Wrestle War Steamboat and Flair.
Yes.
Okay,
Fuck yeah.
the Chopathon match. Gosh, I don't know how many chops they must have thrown. What, 1,000 chops maybe? I don't even fucking remember. But
I just know both their chests were hamburger meat at the end of the match. Just
But-
watching these guys roll around the ropes to the corner, boom, 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 roll to the next corner, switch it around, boom, boom, boom. boom. Oh, and they did that like 6 times. It's great.
Oh, I mean, and you've seen matches like that, like indie matches or just other matches on TV, and they try to do a chopathon. It's not very interesting. This match was very interesting because they told a story behind it. They would chop, 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 wrestle, wrestle, chop, 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 wrestle, wrestle. Told a whole entire story. False finishes, they threw those in there.
As far as the chops go, these were the 2 guys in the company besides Valentine who was known for chops. That's why
Yeah.
the chopathon got over, I think.
That's a good point, and they knew how to throw them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Doug? You seen that one, right? Flair
I'm not sure
Steamboat
that I
for the
have.
title. Ooh, shit. Google that, dude. Wrestle War,
There's-
Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat for the belt. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of WCW stuff I'm not too familiar with, so
I was always such a nerd, dude. But you remember, I was telling you, like, hey, have you seen Global? Have you seen what the Von Erichs are doing? And you're like, where are you seeing this shit? I've never even heard of it.
yeah, right. Yeah.
And that's only because that one Hawaiian kid that we knew, he had the box. So he got all the pay-per-views for free and he recorded them and then give them to me to watch.
Yeah. Right.
That's freaking
Right.
cool.
Hawaiian kid. What was that kid's name?
I cannot remember.
Huh.
I don't think he was Hawaiian. He was Samoan, actually. I mean, not a big difference, right? But
Right.
Oh,
I know. Kalani. His name was Kalani.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that
Kalani
fucking-
Kanai, I think.
Kalani Kanai. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. He talked about how he wanted to be a chiropractor or something. He was going to open
Yeah.
up his practice. Yeah.
And he's like, it'll be great when you guys are big pro wrestlers. You come see me and I'll fix your broken backs. Okay, that's a bad way to start, but okay.
Sure. Hey, great. You cut back at yours, man. It's awesome.
Broken backs. Why would we have broken backs? We're invincible.
We fight homeless guys in the woods for wooden and cardboard belts.
Right.
Wait, what?
Rob, hit me with your car. I'm 17 and can't be broken.
I'll DDT you in the Taco Bell parking lot shoot
Oh
style.
God, that was murder. God, that
All right,
was
Doug,
murder.
you're up. Give us another
Gosh,
memorable.
gosh.
God, I'm having a hard time like dredging stuff up. There are so many pay-per-views that I just ended up not seeing because of time and money and everything back in the day. Crap.
Welcome back to you.
I mean, I remember I enjoyed. I really, when I first, I'll tell you, it's kind of special in my head. When I first started watching, it was right before WrestleMania 5. So when me and my buddy Mark, who kind of got me into watching it to begin with in 8th grade, I went to his house and he rented when it was on tape, and he rented the tape, and so yeah, we wrestled, Hogan and Macho Man. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Was for me at the time. I haven't seen it
was-
since then, but I
That
remember
was
having a
5,
good time.
right?
Yeah, WrestleMania
Yeah.
5.
That was a
I
good
mean-
one.
Anything the Savage is involved with is gonna be hot. Anything.
Right.
That dude was never capable of having a bad match.
I agree. He was badass. In fact, I was actually upset he dropped the strap. I actually want to keep it on longer. It's like, fuck, let Hogan
Yeah.
chase him for it.
Yeah. Or at least have Hogan turn around and drop it right back to him. Have him trade it around for a little bit. Make Savage look like the one guy who can consistently beat Hogan.
Yeah.
Andre
Yeah.
couldn't do it. None of these guys could do it on a regular. And damn it, Doug, you totally just fucked me up because I was gonna say Flair for the gold, right? At Starrcade, what was it, 83? Flair for the gold. Ric Flair and Harley Race was amazing. But then you said Mania 5, and I go to SummerSlam, the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks was awesome.
Oh, the Mega Bucks. I forgot about that.
Is that the one where Jesse Ventura?
Was the ref, yeah.
Yeah, and then Elizabeth takes the thing off, and
That's fucking right. And okay, you know what? Fuck Flair for the gold. That's the one, dude. SummerSlam, Mega Powers, Mega Bucks, Elizabeth's sweet little ass wrapped up in that yellow fucking pant.
yeah, I caught that one not too long ago on YouTube. WWE's, releasing their old shit on YouTube, and I caught that one not too long ago and relived that magic. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. That was good shit.
All right, so I think we got time for one more round. Let's make this the big one. What you got, Chris? What's your
Oh, man,
favorite memorable main event pay-per-view? Any company?
Okay, well, this one involves Hogan again.
Damn,
shocker.
Hogan, is Hogan heavy today? Fuck you if you talk shit about Hogan. Go ahead. You can, but not you. You
Oh,
right there.
I think Hogan's great.
I won't.
Whoa,
Okay, good.
what's going on here?
I think we're about to reveal how we know Doug wouldn't talk shit about Hogan after Chris goes. Fire away, sir.
We're teasing it. Okay. Okay. Well, this one's a good one. This one's called Passing the Torch. And I gotta say it was a little bit of a reverse roles. Hogan and Rock.
Fuck yes, dude. I was hoping that's what you were gonna say. Fuck yeah, dude.
That was such a great match. Probably one of Rock's best matches ever, in my opinion. But the switch where they had to switch from Rock was getting booed, and they were fucking cheering Hogan, and he was doing the whole NWO black and white, and that was great. And how they switched it up, it was freaking perfect. They did it on the fly too, which is even better.
Yeah, and fucking Hogan really kicked the ball off because when they started cheering him and doing the bowing and chanting Hogan and shit, he wasn't like, shut up. He just went, fuck yeah. Ooh, and he got his heat. And
Yep.
Rock had a temper tantrum, like right on cue. It was fucking fantastic.
It was great. Hogan sold that rock bottom, hit him like 2 or 3 times, and Hogan held the ribs and shit. It was great, man. And then he shook hands, and it was fucking awesome. It was a great match all around.
And that did lead to one of my favorite promos from The Rock on Raw. When he was in there being nice with Hogan and Nash and fucking Hall came out, and he's like, what'd you say, Chico? Razor Ramon. He's like, oh, then you, Big Daddy Cool. It was fucking great, dude. The Rock, I mean, no, there's not anybody ever, not even Flair, who could touch Rock on promos.
I agree. He's number one. I thought Flair was number one, but Rock is, and he's in a league of his own.
That's exactly right. He is kind of in a league here. So, that's one of the, like, even with me and Jim Cooley, we're like just fucking going at it, just not clicking at all. And I'd say what a garbage wrestler he was. You never once heard me say Cooley couldn't fucking talk, man, because when he got that mic in hand, everybody started listening.
Yeah, he's great on the
That's always a good skill. And then when I got the mic in my hand, everybody wanted somebody to hit me in the face with a chair. I can't figure it out.
Stop talking. No.
Yeah, that's enough. All right. So, Doug, are we in agreement about our number one pick? Are we doing the same one or we got separate ones?
Oh, I think we got the same one.
Okay. So,
I wonder
when this match happens, Mr. Damien and I are standing in Auto Shop. listening
Yeah.
to like literally the whole garage buzzing.
Like high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen to the whole garage buzzing about Hogan v. Warrior, title for title. Everybody then thought that was the first time it had ever been done, which it obviously, I mean, hasn't been done. For Christ's sakes, Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens did it, right? So title for title goes way, way, way back. But like you said, most of the people who were watching WWF only seemed to watch WWF. They didn't know about the other stuff.
No.
Right.
But then, WWF was on at watchable hours, and WCW, you had to stay up for it.
One of the things like I would try to watch. I didn't know about some of the other things. I would try to watch some of the other ones, but for me, like visually, like you could tell, like they didn't have as much money for production values, and that kind of took me out of it. Whereas like WWF, like the lights were bright and the picture was clear and everything.
Bells and whistles.
Yeah, I kind of that kind of roped me in, because that
Production.
kind of stuff gets over with me. Yeah.
And
But-
nobody in that class really knew too much about me and Doug yet. They certainly did not know that Mr. Damien was the biggest Hulk Hogan fan in that fucking high school. And this
right.
was before they kicked me out for fucking up John DeVille, which was the varsity quarterback on homecoming day. So that happened. But they also didn't know that my point of telling that part was I was still involved in Coke Ridge, the yuppie fucking high school that I hated. Hated that fucking yuppie school. I mean, when you got fucking 17-year-old kids showing up to school driving a Porsche, that's not my place.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Get the fuck up out of here. But I was a huge fucking Warrior mark. Like huge.
Yeah.
Like Warrior all the way back to his debut, when he wore just the white trunks and the blue face paint. That was a day when I went, wow, this guy is next level on what he's doing. And that was me just being a kid, a fan. Looking back on it as a pro, if I was watching it back then, who I am now, I'd be like, whoa, this guy fucking sucks. But back then, that's not what I was saying. And this title for title thing, this was good guy versus good guy. Doug, take it away.
Yeah. We Rob and I would have our, no, they're gonna, Hogan's gonna win, Warrior's gonna win. We, blah blah. We just go back and forth and just talk our shit and do our set. And finally, we end up making a bet,
Oh my
like $20 or something, which neither one of us had to pay. and
It was
we
a
made-
gentleman's bet, just simply a gentleman's bet.
yeah. So yeah, we made this bet on who was going to win, and then I remember, the weekend happens. Of course, neither one of us are able to see it, so neither one of us knows. And then second period, in fact, it's funny you brought him up. Kalani was in my second period English class,
All right.
and he sat a few in the next row over, a few desks behind me. And he goes, "Hey Doug, did you see WrestleMania yesterday?" I says, "No." I says, "Hogan win?" It just looks at me. He goes, "He lost." And I went, "What? What?" And he goes, "He lost. Warrior's the new champion." I went, and then some of the other kids were like, and I'm like, "No fucking way, dude." and he's telling me all about it. And so finally, last period of the day, auto shop, I walk up to Rob. Rob still hadn't heard. And I went, oh, God damn it. Says, "Well, I guess I owe you $20. And you're all, "What? Why?" I went, "Warrior won, apparently." "Oh shit, really?"
No, then the Ric Flair in me came out. Woo! Yeah! I was fucking celebrating. I was like, I don't want
Yeah.
your fucking $20. I just like the fact that you had to tell me you lost.
Yeah.
That is wild. And,
What the
and
fuck is with my camera?
I don't know. But let's get down to what the actual match was and why that was my
before we
favorite.
jump into that, I have to
Yeah.
say something. So, two things. First of all, it's crazy that you didn't get the results right away back then because there's no freaking internet or
Right.
anything to get a fucking
Right.
wait until a magazine came out or you happened to talk to somebody that watched the pay-per-view or watched the pay-per-view. And secondly, did you guys know making this bet? Did you guys know it was a work, or did you guys think it was real?
No, we were convinced wrestling was at least half real.
Okay.
Yeah, we had our weird theories. I mean,
Right.
we knew that it had to be a work to some degree because some of this shit they're doing would be felonies if you didn't, if it, what, especially after Undertaker. I mean, when Undertaker put Warrior into the airtight coffin or casket, and then Paul Bearer seals it, and then, oh my God, he almost suffocates and dies. It's like, this is literally attempted murder on the part of both of them, if it's real, in front of cameras in an arena full of people, and it's broadcast to the whole world. No arrests are made, though, strangely enough. But we used to think that they probably fight for real sometimes, and that just makes for a better show. If they have a problem with each other, go out in front of the crowd and just beat each other up. Oh, okay.
But that was the way to do it, man, because when they tried to go, okay, you guys remember when Vince McMahon blew up in his limo right before the Benoit incident?
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what they were pushing is the SIU, the Special Investigators Unit, was looking into this to figure out who the culprit was. Special Investigation Unit. They had a bunch of fucking wrestlers, independent, meated up wrestlers with fucking long hair and all gimmicked out. Yeah, those are cops. Sure.
Yeah.
Once they started trying to let's explain legal repercussions. No, you fucked it up. Go back to the law doesn't apply to you if you're a wrestler.
Those guys are part of the dark matches, the indie wrestlers.
that whole gimmick of Vince blowing up in the thing, a certain someone I know who was with a certain someone else who watched wrestling, a certain ex, shall I say, this other person was convinced that, I think this actually happened. I think this is legit. Like, he was convinced that Vince McMahon died in the fire. But oh my God, this is going to be the biggest news. Someone just assassinated Vince. And I'm like, dude, you seriously, what? Well, and I watched it, and I hadn't even seen it. I watched it, and I went, okay, there's all these different camera angles and cuts, and I mean, there's a cut of the close-up of his leg going into the door as the door closes. It's like, this is okay. You go ahead.
An obvious jump cut from when he slammed the door to the explosion. Wow,
yes.
Whoever you are referring to is a whole unique and special kind of fucking dipshit.
Well said.
Yeah. You were always a fan of his.
So, I have an idea who you're talking about, but I can't mention names.
So the very because usually like any kind of a title match, right? It's the good guys and the bad guys. It's not the two biggest good guy wrestlers in the world at that time. Right. Each carrying a belt, putting it up against the other one. So somebody's going to leave with both belts. But past all of that, I have to this day never seen such an evenly split crowd of Hulkamaniacs and Warriors. It was incredible. Yeah. And the one thing that always sticks out in my mind was when both of them were going to the ring and they're showing the aisle, there's somebody on one side with a Hogan cardboard, somebody on the other side with the Warrior. It was probably positioned like that, but it was fucking sick.
Yeah. I remember there's one visual. There's some people up in the nosebleeds had a gigantic Hogan banner. But it looked like it was cut off, like it was maybe both of them, but they just had Hogan showing, and he's like, his face like looking like this, way in the background. But I mean, it's huge. I'm like, if I paid money, I'd be pissed if someone's holding up this big, huge ass thing. Now I can't fucking see shit.
Hey, you mother! That's when they come down and go Macho Man, drop that elbow on him. Boom.
That's right.
So even knowing who won, because usually, wrestling fans, they hear who won the match. They're not watching the match with so much anticipation and eagerness. But me, from bell to bell, that got me. What
Yeah.
made me not like Hogan for years was the end of that match when they didn't let Warrior have the light. They had to make sure to give half that light on Hogan, even though Hogan's leaving, right? Let him go. Hogan did the job, put the belt on Warrior, whether it was a mistake or not.
Go make
You
your
made
movies,
the
dude.
decision. Yeah, go make your fucking movies. And then you know you'll be back. And when you come back, guess what? You're still Hulk fucking Hogan.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
they said the immortal Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to grab the belt and give it to a Warrior. And they're watching him on that cart going back to the locker room, pointing at him. Now, fuck that, dude. Why would you take the camera off your new champion? Why would you do that?
Yeah. I don't think Hogan wanted to
Yeah.
drop the strap.
Hogan didn't want to drop the strap to Warrior. He knew he had to give it to somebody. He just didn't want to give it to Hellwig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I don't blame him. Nobody wanted to fucking work Warrior.
But he was the it factor then. Everybody knew he was going to be the next guy, that he was in line. He didn't last, obviously, but he was the apparent heir to Hogan's throne, dude. I mean,
and that really does show you what being a successor actually means in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
How long did
you had to
Warrior have
follow
it?
Hogan.
I can't remember how long Warrior
No,
had it.
not even a year. He lost it to
Yeah.
Slaughter at the Rumble.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
So he was champ for like half a year, dropped it to fucking Slaughter just so he could go give it back to Hogan.
Slaughter was
Yeah.
a transitional champ.
Well, I mean, he was transitional, but it was for like 6 months.
Rumble to Mania when I don't know how long Mania is from Rumble.
6 months. That Rumble is their midpoint.
Oh.
Well, I thought Rumble was in January.
Yeah.
I thought you were in January. Well, wait, when's Mania? What's the middle point? It's not
I
thought Rumble
SummerSlam.
was. It was kind of like Rumble was the winter one, Mania was spring, then SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series is fall and the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think that's how it is. I think he had 3 or 4 months. It might have been 4 months.
God, I just hate how they butchered Survivor Series. That was my top pay-per-view. I always liked Survivor Series the most. Just
Yeah.
couldn't pick a main event that I would pop for. But I always liked the concept of the 10-man tag team matches. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was freaking
And
great.
elimination is always cool.
Yeah, they don't. Did they even do it anymore? I don't think so, right?
But they still do it, yeah.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah. Survivor Series. The original 4, they're never going to get rid of.
Do they still do the Survivor Series format though?
Yeah, but it's 4 guys now. It's 8-man tag matches.
Oh, okay.
And it's been like that forever now. They've been doing 8-man forever.
Oh, that's stupid.
But then also in Survivor Series, they'll only have like 3 Survivor Series matches, and the rest of them are gimmicky singles or whatever.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, I mean, you fall away from your original point, I suppose, all the time, right? Shit happens, I guess.
I
Well,
guess. Yeah.
But I think that we can call this one a pretty successful episode.
Hey, Rob, real quick. I do have a clip of a devastating worker.
What's up, brother Ricky? You have a clip you're going to share?
Yeah. This chick is devastating. Check it out.
Imagine thinking you're home alone when somebody captures this figure at your window.
motherfucker.
Check it out.
This is not ghosted.
Check it out.
Oh, Rob, pretend you like her.
I
you
hate
like her.
this woman. See, Ivan, I hope your pussy explodes inward.
No, because what would you do? That's absolutely horrifying.
What
Let
would
me know
I
in your
do? I
mouth.
would kick you in your mouth, you dumb, you mother.